Make sure I don't miss anybody. I've got Sarah Cordeman this year. She's been with me for a good 4 years. Sarah was one of those who was so quiet, if you can believe that for some of you who've been around her, but incredibly quiet, incredibly timid, and to see her grow and change and become so vocal on stage has been absolutely delightful. Braxton Edwards, I've known now for a few days in the theater. That's a whole other story. But yes, Braxton stepped in and came in, and even though I did try to pull him in along the way from freshman year on, or maybe sophomore year on, he stepped up, and we had somebody get sick this week, and he came in Wednesday night, learned everything, and performed yesterday and today. So he has been incredible. Mary Gruber, another one who came in as a freshman, who has also just been delightful. And I think the character, and I mean this in a very, very positive way, I think her character is perfect for her with this one, because she is delightful, and she's quirky, and she's fun, and has the biggest heart of anybody. Emily Himes, I'll come back to. Amara Roberts, I accidentally left her off my list because I've never had her in class, but I've had her in here for a couple years, and she has been more than willing to jump in with anything. Started as head of costumer this year, wound up being one of our hair and makeup people too. And so, I mean, anything that she can do, she's been willing to do, and I appreciate that greatly. So I wanted to make sure to give her a big shout out as well. Brett Shearer, another one who came in his freshman year, and I put him in Into the Woods as the wolf. He was mad. He was not a happy camper with me. But as said, after that, said that's probably the best role he's ever had, and it taught him so much about himself and about himself as an actor. And so we had nice, good conversations about it, and I think he's learned to trust me a little bit with that. But I love him to death, and I hope that he stays with music and theater, performing, doing what he wants to do. Jamie Stevenson, I only got to know this year. She has been in class with me. I've had her in English classes too. She's been delightful, she's been helpful, she's been wonderful going around and helping out with all the art stuff, and I credit Janie and her sister and Madison Franklin for going through and getting our picture. But she's been terrific. Miranda Stotler, I've known for several years now, and love her, and hope that everything works out as it needs to along the way for her, and hopefully nursing will be a great profession for her to go into. Grayson's again another one where he came in here, and I think found a home. For all of these kids, I think they found a home here. But for Grayson, I just feel so much growth has taken place, and so much energy that he's been able to gain from this, and helping with so many things. I think he's again another one of those go-getters. Going back to Emily Himes, I'm sorry I've taken a while, but I feel like they really need a lot of recognition because our year has been so short for them, and I hate that for them. But with Emily, it's interesting to me. I would never have thought was one who didn't have the confidence that she has, and that is a shock to me when I think about that, because she came in here and was ready to take over from day one. I felt, that's what I observed, which is why I put her in so many things and allowed her to just continue to do what she wanted to do, and what I would ask her to do, because I just really felt she could take that role. And she's run with it. And to see how she's grown and all of the fantastic things she's going to be able to do, she definitely wears a lot of hats around here and has been an incredible mentor to the underclassmen. So I thank her. I think the family is well involved. They've been fantastic over the years. And also those who are the underclassmen, I know that you also have been and will be very, very helpful for us. We have had, I don't know how many day changes, 6, I think, along the way this year. We were worried that we weren't going to be able to have a show. They got turned around so we could. We've had, with cast changes and adjustments from day one back in October, we've had about 8, some as recent as this week. quarantines among all of us, including individuals, including cast, the whole class, and all, I think we're around 7. So it's been a lot that has been going on. The quote I found by Neil Simon: "Never have so many given so much, for so long, for so little, for so few, for so seldom," I thought was incredibly poetic and just absolutely spot on with this crew. We have done and done and done, and it's a quirky show, and it's been a quirky year, so I think it was rather fitting. Administration, staff, teachers, thank you so much. Parents, again, thank you. Chris, everything. Everything that you see with the programs, everything to keep my sanity, I owe to him. And that's asking a lot. Just a reminder, please wear your masks. Keep those on while you are within here so you can stay safe. Thank you to anybody who works within the profession dealing with COVID daily. Because again, we're doing what we can do, and I know that you have been on the front lines with that, so thank you. Keep the social distancing. Cell phones, keep them off. Can't have recording devices. Enjoy the show. Let's have a great one. Let's give a lot of respect and applause to these kids who have been working so hard for so long. So, thank you.
Chicago. I like it. It's exactly as I pictured. A quiet, pleasant village, not too large, the perfect place for a new school teacher to begin her career. Well, to be honest, I did spend mornings for 2 years in a small children's school in Moscow, teaching tiny tots rudimentary spelling and numbers. But this is my first bona fide professional appointment as a full-time schoolmaster. Actually, I had never even heard of Klienchikov until I saw the ad that Dr. Zubritsky placed in the college journal. Although it was in a remote village in the Ukraine, I jumped at the chance. But I don't mind telling you that my heart is pounding with excitement. You see, I have this passion for teaching Greek, Latin, astronomy, classic literature. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I didn't see anyone around. Perhaps I arrived a little early. You see, I'm one of those extremely eager and enthusiastic people who's up at the crack of dawn ready to begin her work. This is a very, very auspicious day in my life. Oh, excuse me.
Elena! Markushka! Olga! Olenya! Where are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you happen to see 24 sheep?
24 sheep?
Yes, there were 14 of them.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, if you see them, would you leave them a message?
A message for the sheep?
Yes. Tell them the shepherdess is looking for them, and they should tell you where they are, and I'll come get them. Good day.
Wait, excuse me. What is your name, please?
Sinetsky.
And your first name?
How soon do you need it?
Never mind, forget your first name.
I did.
I am Leona Stepanovich-Cholchinsky. I'm the new school teacher.
Is that a fact? I'm very honored to meet you, Leona Stepanovich-Cholchinsky. I'm something Snetsky. Will you be staying the night?
Oh, no, you don't understand. I'm going to live here and teach here. I am, if I may say so, an excellent teacher.
Oh, they all were. They came by the thousands, but not one of them lasted through the first night. These things are so hard to blow. I don't know how the sheep do it.
You've had thousands of teachers?
More. Hundreds. We're unteachable. We're all stupid here in Klienchikov. There isn't a town or a village more stupid in all Mother Poland.
Oh, Russia.
Whatever. All good people, mind you, but not a decent brain among them. Oh, my ears just opened up. I thought you were whispering this whole time. What were you saying again?
Are you telling me that every man, woman, and child?
All stupid, including me. Talk to me another 10 minutes and you'll begin to realize.
But I don't. Why would you? I don't understand why you would. How is this town so stupid?
I don't know, we just are.
Well, I was hired by Dr. Zubritsky to teach his young son.
Teach his young son? 19 years old and he's hopeless. He doesn't even know how to sit down. He just learned. He's hopeless. He doesn't know the difference between a cow and a duck. Not that it's an easy subject, mind you.
Something is up here. I thought nothing of it at the time, but when I first read it, I did notice that every word in the advertisement was misspelled. I'm sure Dr. Zubritsky will explain it all to me. You've been most helpful, Citizen Snetsky. I enjoyed our chat.
As did I. She's not the only one who can have private thoughts. I can have private thoughts as well. The trouble is, I can never seem to remember a thought to have in private. I must be getting on my way. Good day.
I'm sure we'll meet again.
Oh yeah, just mention my name to anyone, Snetsky, the ship loser.
9 o'clock and all's well. 9 o'clock and the village of Kalishnikov and all's well. 9 o'clock and all's well. 9 o'clock and all's well. 9 o'clock in the village of Kalishnikov. 9 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. May have been all well with her, but I was beginning to have my doubts.
Good morning, postwoman.
Oh, good morning, Butcher.
A beautiful sunny day, isn't it?
Is it? I haven't really looked up yet. Oh, that's nice.
Do I have any mail?
No, I'm sorry. I'm the postwoman. I have all the mail.
Well, my sister in Odessa hasn't been feeling well, so I was hoping that I'd hear from her.
It's kind of hard to hear all the way from Odessa. Perhaps you wrote a letter. I'll take a look. Fish, fresh fish, nice fresh flounder and halibut, a good piece of carp for lunch.
Good morning, Yesha.
How about a nice piece of haddock? Is that a beautiful fish?
What do you mean, fish? Those are flowers.
They didn't catch anything today. Why should I suffer because the fisherman had a bad day? Try the carp. It smells gorgeous. I don't have any letters from your sister, Slovich. Oh, but I did have a nice letter from the shoemaker's cousin. Would you like that instead?
Well, is she sick? Because I hate reading bad news.
Oh, no, in perfect health. Here. Enjoy it. Can you believe my daughter hasn't written to me in over a year? Doesn't your daughter live with you? It's a good thing. Otherwise, I'd never hear from her.
Good morning. My name is Leona Stepanovich Shulchinsky. I'm the new school teacher.
Michigan the postwoman.
Slovich the butcher.
Yinsta the vendor.
How do you know? I was just talking to a shepherdess named Snetsky.
Oh, yes. Something Snetsky. We know her well.
She was pleasant enough, although, and I hope I don't seem unkind, somewhat deficient in her mental alertness.
That's Snetsky, all right. She was kicked in the head by a horse.
Oh, well, what a pity. When was that?
Tuesday, Wednesday, twice on Friday, and all day Saturday.
What lovely and fragrant wares you have to sell, madam. Perhaps I might buy some for my new employer. How much are they, please?
The flounder is 2 kopecks, and the halibut is 3.
I beg your pardon?
If it's too much, I have a nice white fish for 1.5.
Perhaps the dialect is a little different in this part of the country. I'm very eager to begin my new duties. Well, why don't you please point me to the direction of the home of Dr. Zubritsky?
That way.
Thank you. Perhaps I'll go direction you haven't pointed to. Good day. Oh, have you found your sheep?
Not yet. Who was that? The new school teacher. Another one? I just met one 10 minutes ago. They must be having a convention here.
Countess Yuskevich up on the hill isn't going to be very happy about this.
That's right. Countess Yushkovich does not like new school teachers.
Why?
She's afraid we'll break the curse.
What curse?
The curse has made us stupid since the day we were born.
Oh, that one.
Yep, I've been stupid 51 years. And who's next, Kate?
I'll be done 43 next July.
Yuslovich?
41 for me. What about you, Yeshna?
I just turned the corner of 26.
That corner must be about 40 miles from here.
A E 5 L A R B. Is that right?
I don't know. Sounds good to me.
All right, let's see here. Very interesting.
Then I'm in good health.
Oh, the best. The best of health. You'll live to be 80.
I'm 79 now.
Well, you've got a wonderful year ahead of you.
Good, good. I must keep my strength. I'm a magistrate. Law and order must be preserved.
Uh-huh. You want a prescription?
For what?
I don't know. Some people like prescriptions. Here, take this to the druggist and pick out something you like. Take it 3 times with water, 3 every day. Goodbye now.
What do I owe you, Doctor?
Oh, forget it. Forget it. If I ever go to medical school, you can send me a little something.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Nikolai! 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 Excuse me. Do you know where my house is? Nikolai! Nikolai, why did you leave the door open? Nikolai! She's here! She's come! She's arrived not 2 minutes ago. She looks strong, determined. Maybe she'll be the one, Nikolai. Maybe this one will finally be our salvation.
Who's come? Who will be your salvation?
The new, what do you call them? The ones who, we had one once, but no more.
Oh, God, I know. I know who you mean.
They have a place, and you go to the place.
And they point to you and they say, they ask you if you,
And if you don't, they say, why didn't you? Next time I'll make you.
and she's here?
She's just down the street.
Well, let her in, Lenya. Let her in, and pray God she'll be the one to free us and all of Kulyanchika from this terrible, dreadful, oh, God, what is it we have again?
I know what you mean. It sounds like purse,
Purse.
or nurse,
Nurse.
or something like that.
Or something like that. Or is it a knock?
We have a knock.
Yes, yes, open the knock. No, the other way, the other way.
Won't you come in, young woman?
Dr. Tubinsky, Madam Tubinsky, I am delighted to be in Kulyanchikov. My name is Leona Stepanovich Tolchinsky.
So you're the new...
Yes, I am she.
It is she, Lenya. The new...
But she looks so young to be
Not at all. I think in time you will find that I am, if I may say so, one of the best young... Well, I don't want to seem immodest.
No, please, be immodest. We love immodesty.
The more modest, the better. The best of what?
The best young teacher in all of Russia.
Teacher. She's a teacher. The new teacher is here.
Thank God the teacher is here.
Thank you. I'm most gratified at this most warm and overwhelming reception.
Please, make yourself at home, teacher. Take a seat, teacher. I see Lenya's already got your books, teacher. Please, get the teacher some tea.
Would you like some tea, teacher, or perhaps some pen and paper, teacher, or would you like to start teaching right away, teacher?
Oh, well, no one's more eager than I am. Oh, Madam Zubrinsky, this is for you.
Whitefish, I saw these on sale today. Thank you.
Well, how can we help you?
Well, there are a few questions that I wanted to ask you first.
Questions. That's what they ask when they point to you and you don't know. She knows. Gee, little questions are. I can tell this one's going to be a good teacher.
Would you be so kind, Mr. Lindsay? You ask us a question, any question at all.
Please, it's been so long since we've been asked a good school question.
There were questions and then there are questions. Did you want a question on mathematics or a question dealing with science or perhaps a philosophical question?
The first one. The first one sounds good. The philosophical question. That one.
Very well. What is the purpose of man's existence?
What a question. Lenya, did you ever hear such a beautiful question?
I'm speechless. To think someone would ever ask us a question like that.
Are you interested in the answer?
No, not today, thank you. To be asked one question like that in a lifetime is more than we ever expected. The answer should be given to someone much more worthy than us.
But it's your birthright. Knowledge is everyone's birthright.
Oh, everyone not born in Kolyenchikov.
I don't understand.
You would if you knew about the nurse.
What nurse?
No, no, she means the hearse.
The hearse?
He means the purse.
What kind of purse?
The kind of purse that inflicts the wrath of God upon all those unfortunate souls to be born in this pitiful village.
Do you mean, perhaps, a curse?
That's what it is, curse! I knew it sounded like that. We were so close!
What is this curse you speak of?
Lenya, bolt the door, draw the curtains.
I can't draw curtains. I can draw a cat or a fish.
Never mind, just lower your voice.
How low do you want my voice?
That's good enough. Get the book, it's on the shelf. Teacher, have you ever heard of curse?
I can't say that I have.
Can't say that? It's not hard, even Lenya can say that.
The curse of Kolyenchikov.
What is this curse, Doctor?
200 years ago, a curse was put on this village that struck down every man, woman, child, and domesticated animal, and all of their ancestors for generations to come, so that they would have, and you will find this hard to believe, no more intelligence than a bump on a log.
Doctor, I don't believe in curses. Curses are old wives' tales.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Noitchka. In Noitchka, all the old wives had tales. That was their curse. Ours is altogether different.
But where did the curse come from? And who would inflict such a cruel punishment on such a peaceful and simple village?
Oh, indeed, it's all documented in the book of curses. I thought you said you dusted this.
I did. I put dust on it yesterday.
Well, anyway, the book, the page's marked.
Oh, it's all stuck together.
We marked the page with maple syrup. Read it to us.
On the morning of April 11th in the year 1691, in the village of Kolyenchikov, two young people fell hopelessly in love.
I knew it. Whenever young people fall in love, you just know a curse is coming.
The girl was a young, beautiful, but illiterate farmer named Casimir Yuskevich. The boy was the son of the most learned man in the town, Mikhail Zubritsky.
Zubritsky. I've heard that name before.
I've seen it. I've seen it somewhere in this town, in this neighborhood, on a door.
It's on your door. Your name is Zubritsky.
My God, that means that the young man from the curse could possibly, just possibly, be related to our front door.
Mind you, I'm dealing with the intelligentsia now.
ahead.
The young boy's name was Alexei Zubritsky. May I ask the name of your young son?
Oh, Alexei.
Alexei Zubritsky. The identical name of the boy in the curse over 200 years ago.
I can't believe it, unless our son has been lying about his age.
The match was doomed from the start. When Alexei's educated father learned that young Casimir was illiterate, he forbade Alexei ever to see Casimir again. 6 months later, Alexei married a young student, and that winter, Casimira, distraught and despondent, took her life by plowing her own grave and planting herself in it. Upon hearing of his daughter's death, Casimir's father, Vladimir Yuskevich...
Tremble, 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 tremble! Go ahead.
Casimir's father, Vladimir Yuskevich...
Tremble, 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 tremble!
Casimir's father, Vladimir Yuskevich...
Tremble, 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 tremble!
Who caused people to tremble at the mention of his name.
Next time, don't mention his name.
Casimir's father,
Tremble, tremble!
and so-and-so, sometimes known as the sorcerer because of his ability to summon the powers of the devil himself, brought all his wrath and fury down upon Polyechikov.
Here it comes, here it comes.
A curse upon all who dwell in Polyechikov, he cried out. May the son of Mikhail Zubritsky, murderer of my only daughter, be struck down by the ignorance that caused my daughter's death. May stupidity engulf his brain. May incompetence encumber his faculties. May common sense become uncommon, and may reason become unreasonable. May all his children be cursed as well, and may all their children be cursed for eternity. May all who live in Polyechikov be born in ignorance and die in ignorance, unable to leave this cursed village until my final vengeance has been satisfied.
That would explain why the train doesn't stop here.
My initial instinct was to panic. Even my secondary impulse was to panic. To educate is one thing. To break curses is another.
Are you all right, school teacher Tolchinsky?
Yes, I was just thinking.
She was thinking.
She was thinking?
What's it like?
You mean you don't know what thinking is?
Well, I don't, and she certainly doesn't.
Thinking! It's the thoughts that comes to one's mind. It's the process which enables us to make decisions.
Oh, decisions? I don't think we're quite capable of that.
But surely you know what it is you want.
Oh dear God, yes. We desperately want someone to help us. Not so much for us. We've already lived our lives. But for our sweet son Alexei,
Well, did you just hear what you said?
no, I wasn't listening.
It was a decision. You decided to help your son because you thought about it. You are capable of God. You think.
No, I don't think so. It just came out.
Yes, out of your head, where your brain is lodged. And if it's possible to have even one tiny, infinitesimal, insignificant thought, then it's possible to turn those thoughts into ideas, and ideas into comprehension, comprehension into creativity, and finally, supreme intelligence.
Would I be able to open jars? I have terrible trouble opening jars.
Be firm, Leona. Be staunch. Patience! We will break this curse by the simple, painstaking, everyday work of education. I should like to start by seeing your son, Alexei.
Alexei?
Yes. It occurs to me that since the curse started with the young Alexei 200 years ago, then perhaps the key to understanding it lies with his direct descendant. Can I see Alexei?
Not from here. He's up in his room. We would have to send for him.
He may be taking his singing lessons.
He takes singing lessons. From whom?
A canary. He does the best he can.
Oh, but no words, mind you, only tunes.
I understand. The boy, Madam, please.
Up the stairs and to the left.
Left.
Yes, yes. You'll find him a most, sensitive boy. Always, occupied. So many interests. Not like the others, but...
Occupied with what?
Oh, he's doing many interesting things. Touching things, wood, paper, metal. He likes drinking water.
Miss Lipinski, may I present our son? Okay. All right. school teacher, Miss Polchinski.
Mr. Zubritsky. Is that my breath that has just been taken away? Is that vision before me human, or have I too been cast under the spell? Watch yourself, Leona. He is your pupil, not the object of your dormant feelings of passion. Excuse me.
Do you know what she was just doing, Alexi? She was thinking. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, Mama.
No, I'm Papa. She's Mom.
Would you like to sit down, Mr. Zubritsky?
Oh. Wasn't that a beautiful sit?
Yes. Very nice. Lovely. Oh, Mr. Zubritsky, may I call you Alexi?
Lexi?
That's your name, son.
I should like very much to be your friend. Would it please you if I called you Alexi?
I would be very pleased to have you call me Alexi.
He did it! He passed it first.
Please, very distracting to his concentration. I've traveled a very long way to help you with your education. I have every reason to believe that under ordinary circumstances, you have the capabilities of being an extremely bright and intelligent young man, that you have enormous powers of reason. But someone has put a cloud over these powers, and it is my intention to remove that cloud so that enlightenment can once again strike those incredibly crystal clear blue eyes. But I need your help, Alexi. Would you give me that help?
Yes, you may call me Alexi.
He did it! That's 2 in a row! So proud.
Well, I should like to ask you a few very simple questions now, Alexi. They won't be taxing, I promise you. I should never want to be the cause of a furrow or frown on that fair face. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color.
Yes, is it red or blue or green or orange? Any color at all. Which one is your favorite?
I used to know that one.
My favorite color is...
Yes?
Why is she being so hard on him? This isn't a university.
I think he wants to say something.
yellow.
Yellow! His favorite color is yellow. Why, Alexi? Why is yellow your favorite color?
Because it doesn't stick to your fingers as much.
Oh, I think he's wrong. I think it's blue that doesn't stick to your fingers as much.
That's a very interesting answer, Alexi. There is a certain logic to his response. The fact that that logic escapes me completely doesn't alter the fact that he has something in mind. I should like to ask you something quite simple now, Alexi. I would like to ask you to make a wish. Do you know what a wish is?
Yes, a wish is something you hope for that doesn't come true.
Maybe we can change all that. If you could make a wish that did come true, anything at all, what would you wish for?
What would I wish for?
Yes, Alexi, what would you wish for?
I wish I could fly like a bird, to soar over mountains and trees, to be carried far away on the wind, over rivers and valleys, to meet people in other villages, to see what the world was like, to learn all the things I shall never know because I must remain here, in this place.
That is the most beautiful wish I've ever heard. Do you see what his wish means? To fly like a bird means to sever the bonds that chain him to ignorance. He wants to soar, he wants to grow, he wants knowledge. And with every fiber of my being, from the very depths of my soul, I shall gather all my strength and patience and dedication, and I make this promise that I, Leona Stepanokovich Tolchinsky, shall make Alexis Zubritsky's wish come true.
If you could do that for me, school teacher, I would be in your debt forever.
Your son touches me so. He has such a sweet soul and such a pure heart. Now, I will be back again at 8 o'clock sharp. We must not lose another moment. What subject shall we begin our studies with, Alexi?
I should like to begin with languages.
Languages! Of course, languages! Why didn't I think of that? And languages it shall be. Which language should you start with first?
Rabbit, I think.
Rabbit?
A very hard language, Rabbit. Hardly anyone speaks it anymore.
As long as he gets a few phrases, that's enough to begin with.
Am I through for today?
Yes.
Then I shall go to my room.
Watch him.
She didn't see it. Alexi,
Got it,
do it
got
again.
it.
No. He's already past getting up from chairs. Really.
They're so much smarter than in our day.
Until tomorrow, school teacher.
In all my life, I have never looked forward to a morning as much as tomorrow's.
I think you're the most beautiful school teacher I've ever seen. I pray that you don't despair of Valencia Common. They will stay here with us forever.
He found the door! He found the door!
I've never seen Alexi so radiant before. Lenya, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm not even thinking what I'm thinking. What are you talking about?
I think our Alexi is taking a liking to the new school teacher.
What you say is true, Dr. Zabriskie, and standing before you is the happiest woman on the happiest planet in the universe. Tell me, is he spoken for?
Spoken for.
Does he have any suitors, any young women desperately in love with him?
We don't talk of such things.
Why not?
Oh, there's no one. No one at all. Not even her.
Her? He doesn't mean her. He means someone else who isn't her.
So there is someone. I must know. It's of the greatest concern to me.
If I were to tell you who she was, you must promise to never, ever say it was I who told you it was she.
I promise.
Very well. Young lady, have you ever heard of Countess Vanya of Kulyanchikov?
I can't say that I have.
Can't say that? It's not hard. Even Lenya can say that.
Countess Vanya?
Yes. Who is she?
She's one of the ones who put the purse on us.
You mean a Yushkovich?
Last of her lines.
Tell me about her and Alexei.
Well, she proposes marriage twice a day.
Twice a day?
8:15 in the morning, 7:20 at night.
She cares for him that much?
She cares only about avenging her ancestors. If a Zabritsky marries a Yushkovich, then the nurse will be over, and they will be satisfied.
Does Alexei care for her?
He said no for many years, but I'm afraid he can't resist for much longer. The poor boy just wants to sleep in one morning.
What kind of a woman is this Countess Yushkovich?
Like the rest of us.
You mean she is cursed as well?
She still lives in the village and can't live here either, or leave here either.
I understand. If I have a rival, I am more determined than ever to break this curse. God bless you both for your faith in me. I shall be back again in the morning. Oh, in all my excitement, I forgot to ask, what about lodgings?
Oh, I think we'll be perfectly comfortable right here, thank you.
Until tomorrow.
Oh, Miss Washington, would you be so kind to ask us again? Ask us the question. It makes us feel important.
Certainly. What is the purpose of man's existence?
I am all choked up again. I am so sorry I asked.
Wait a minute. I think I know. I think I know the answer.
To the purpose of man's existence?
What are you talking about?
It's true. I didn't understand before, but now something just came to me. Oh, God, what if I'm right?
Well, tell me, Dr. Zabriskie. Tell me what you think the answer is.
I think the answer is 12.
Well,
I'm wrong, aren't I? I can see it on your face. 13.
I think you missed the point.
Oh, I know it's less than 100. Even I'm not that stupid. 86. 42.
No, don't think about it. We'll get to it when we get to philosophy. Good night. Until tomorrow. 12?
Why can't you leave well enough alone? Aren't questions beautiful enough? Why must you have answers?
12!
But what if I was right? We could have solved the answer and made a fortune.
That's it. I'm leaving now, so I'll say goodbye. I was going to stay, try to break the curse. But when he said 12, I knew it was time to go. What I must do now is try to forget Alexei. I must.
School teacher,
Alexei, where are you?
down here. I have to speak to you once more.
Without a coat, in the cold night air, you'll come down with a chill.
Oh, I never catch colds.
You don't.
I've tried, I just never learned how to.
Be grateful. Some things are not worth knowing.
I know that something happened a long time ago that prevented me from knowing what happened a long time ago. If only you knew me the way I might have been, and not the way I became.
But if you were not the way that you are, then I would not have come here to try to help you become the way you might have been. Careful, you're starting to think like it.
Could you ever care for someone who never became the way I might have been?
Could I ever care for someone who never... I see what you're getting at. Yes, I could. I would. I shall. I will. I have. I do.
Is that rabbit you're speaking? It's hard to follow.
It sounds like gibberish because you do that to me, Alexi. When thoughts come from the heart, they sometimes trip over the tongue.
Then I must watch where I walk when you speak. I must go. Everything depends on tomorrow.
And if not tomorrow, then the tomorrow after tomorrow. And all the tomorrows for the rest of my life, if that's what it takes.
No, it all depends on tomorrow. If we fail, we shall never see each other again.
Never see each other? What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. I do have thoughts, but they seem to disappear when I reach out and grasp.
If I ever reached out to you, I would never disappear.
Would you like to high-five me?
With all my heart.
I meant with your palm.
An even better suggestion.
Hurry.
I'm walking as fast as I can. Where are you?
Up here.
If only you were ugly, I'd be halfway home by now. Stay where you are. I'll come to you.
All right.
After a while, you get the hang of it.
Here I am.
My high five, sweet Alexi.
As we high-fived, I felt a strange flutter in my heart.
So did I.
You felt a strange flutter in my heart as well? How alike are we? And yet your hair is so long. I must go. I'm about to fall asleep and I wish to get to bed in time.
I know the dangers of loving such a simple soul. It means a lifetime of sweet, blissful passion and very short conversations at breakfast. I best find some comfortable lodgings.
Was that you?
I beg your pardon?
Were you responsible for making that dreadful noise?
Of course not. That was thunder and lightning. It's caused by extreme atmospheric pressures in the skies above us.
Well, whoever did it is going to get Countess Yuskevich very angry at us.
Countess Yuskevich?
She's the one who lives on the big house on the top of the hill. Whenever she hears someone make that noise, she throws water down on us.
That's rain. Rain.
Umbrellas! Umbrellas for sale! Get your umbrellas before she throws the water!
Resha, no one throws water. It's rain caused by a buildup of condensed moisture.
You can tell that to these fools, but I used to be a substitute teacher.
Would either of you happen to know a place to stay?
What's going on out here? What's all the racket?
I knew it! I knew she'd throw the rain down on us today. Every time I try to wash my cow, you know she's gonna throw the water.
Michigan, would you happen to know?
Oh, it's time for Countess Yuskevich to propose again.
Yep, one yes from him and we can all be smart again.
You mean you want Alexi to marry her?
Not unless he wanted to, but it would be nice to remember my first name.
But that's a terrible sacrifice to ask of Alexi. Surely you wouldn't ask that of him.
What kind of sacrifice? To have a maid brush her teeth in the morning? To have little macaroons whenever he wants?
But does he love her?
I beg your pardon?
Does he love her?
We don't have it.
Having what?
Love, it's part of the curse.
I don't understand.
I hear her coming. You better leave, school teacher.
She doesn't like people around. Isha, is it true there's no love in Koyechikov?
I wouldn't know. My late husband's been gone for almost 14 years.
Oh, I'm breaking out in a cold sweat. The thought of losing Alexi terrifies me. I'm going to eavesdrop.
Alexi! Dear sweet Alexi! It's time to wake up, my Aunt Salon. It's time to get proposed to. He's asleep. Perhaps a pebble will wake him up.
Who did that?
It is I, Countess Yuskevich.
Oh, good evening, Your Grace.
I've come to propose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you're too late. I've been married almost 26 years now.
Nikolai!
I'm out here, Lenny. What do you need?
Some bandages. My feet are bleeding. Who are you talking to?
It is I, Madame Zabriskie, Countess Yuskevich. I've come to propose to Alexei.
Sorry, he's busy throwing water on the drapes. They're on fire.
Why are the drinks on fire?
I had to light something and I couldn't find my candle.
Papa, what's going on?
Who made you some?
No, I was reading by the light of the drapes.
I must be crazy. This family.
Well, Countess Yuskevich has come to propose to you. Go ahead, Countess Yuskevich.
Can't we be alone?
No, I think Alexei should hear this.
Will you marry me, Alexei?
Oh my god, this is so romantic. I just wish my feet weren't bleeding.
I'm sorry, Countess Vanya, but marriage is a very great step to take. I don't wish to make it, while I do not have the intelligence to know what I'm stepping into. Good night, ma'am. Good night, Mama. Good night, Papa.
Good night, dear. Oh, when you're through reading, be sure to put out the drapes.
I do not give up easily. I will be back in the morning.
Of course, ma'am. Good night, Your Grace.
Good night, Grace.
Stop what you're doing. You're burning my hair.
Having them for in-laws is a curse worse than a curse.
Dear God, it never happens.
Who's there? Who's there? Come out, I say!
I'm sorry. I was just passing by. Allow me to introduce myself.
I know who you are. You're the new school teacher who's come here in a pathetic attempt to break the curse of Blanche.
As I have just witnessed your pathetic attempt to win Alexi.
Everyone's a critic. The curse can only be broken if you can educate him, which you can't. Or if he marries me,
Which he won't. Why don't you pursue some other guy?
because Alexei is handsome. Did you ever see the other boy in the village? They look like me.
For a woman so powerful, you seem to have an inordinate lack of self-esteem. I am sorry for you. Good day.
Not good day. One day.
I beg your pardon?
Were you not aware that at the end of one brief day, you had not succeeded to raise his intellect, that you must be gone from our village? To remain here for even 1 second past the allotted time means you will fall victim to the curse yourself. I love that part.
I cannot believe such nonsense. Threaten me all you want, but I will never leave. To be quite honest, I love Alexei Zubritsky.
Well, there is no love for Blanchkov. It's all part of the curse.
You mean Alexei cannot love me?
You have one day to find that happiness. One single day. 25 measly hours.
24. What? There are 24 hours in a day.
No, I believe you're thinking of February.
But is it true? If I cannot teach Alexei to think in 24 hours, he will never be able to love me?
Leona,
Alexei,
I must speak to you. Someplace that will not be seen.
wherever you say.
Can you meet me here?
Here. When?
Now!
Now, of course, that's where I am.
Come up here, Leona. Hurry, hurry. It's of the utmost importance. I overheard your conversation with Countess Vanya. You must leave Polish Cup at once. I cannot be taught.
Never without you.
Then take me with you, tonight.
But the curse.
It cannot be broken, but we can live together in the swamp and eat brown roots. and I will become more old, more ugly, more stupid, and never love you. But at least we'll be together.
It wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Then we are lost.
No, Alexei, I will teach you. I promise. Tomorrow.
Oh, Leona, I wish I could love you.
You will. Tomorrow. I promise you.
Until tomorrow.
I wish you'd sleep in the kitchen.
Leona, come back. Hurry, hurry.
What is it, Alexei?
I couldn't sleep. I'm so frightened.
Don't be frightened.
Oh, if I could know the feeling of loving you for just one day, I would endure 100,000 years of curses. May God bless you and keep you, Leona.
I know. God, give me the strength to break this curse. And to get up and down this balcony. Oh, by the way, I urge you to give it some thought yourselves. I don't wish to alarm you, but you are, after all, sitting within the bounds of Kolyachikov. Therefore, I wish us both the best of luck.
Leona, come back. I forgot to tell you something.
Tomorrow, Alexei, I can't take any more news tonight.
Sloppage, any news?
About what?
About what? About the curse, of course. Has it been lifted yet?
How would I know?
Let's see if there's anything in the paper.
It's a great idea. It rained during the night.
Where does it say that?
I can feel it when the papers roll down.
Maybe your dog did that?
No, not my dog. He's housebroken. He only goes inside. Should I butch him? What's wrong with your cow?
He's tired. I've been working since 4 o'clock.
Upside down?
You get a little more cream that way? Cream, fresh cream, right from the top. Drink it right from the spigot.
Move!
2 cupcakes a mouthful. Cream right from the udder.
Come, Lenya, let us pray. Let us pray to the Lord for deliverance. Dear Lord, who art in heaven, we are from Kolyachikov, and we are in trouble.
We are to simple people, dear Lord.
But not so simple we don't believe in you.
Forgive us our sins, dear Lord.
We know not what we do, for we know not what we do.
God bless us.
God bless our son,
God bless the school teacher.
and God bless yourself, whoever you are. Amen.
Do you know what time it is?
10 to 6.
Day 15.
9:40.
We don't have the clock.
Pick anyone you like. 10:20, 11:50. Is there something in there you want?
You don't understand. The Countess said that I have only 24 hours after I arrive in Kolyachikov to break the curse. I arrived yesterday at 8 o'clock. I mean, at 9 o'clock. And it's 8 o'clock now. That means I have only 1 hour. It doesn't even leave me 1 hour. I've just used up an entire minute telling you how much time I haven't got left. Oh, dear God, help me. Help me, dear Lord.
Oh, sorry. You just missed him. Finished his service. Finished service 2 minutes ago.
Will you just please get Alexei? We cannot lose another moment.
Of course. Alexei, wake up. It's time. Give yourself a nudge. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm still asleep. I hear some footsteps coming down the stairs.
Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Papa. Good morning, school teacher.
Wow, you got all three right.
I'm looking more radiant than ever.
Where shall we sit?
With all respect. I need Alexi's full concentration this morning. I must ask the parents to leave the room.
Of course. We'll see that you're not disturbed. Do as the school teacher asks you.
Goodbye, my little angel.
Now, school teacher, should you succeed, signal us by rapping on the window 3 times, followed by 2 times shortly.
Followed by 6 times slowly.
If you fail, rap on the window 7 times quickly.
Followed by 3 times slowly.
And if you want lunch,
Will you please leave?
we're going.
Something's not right there. I can feel it in my bones.
Lower your voice. She can still hear you.
I'm a mother. I know about these things. Why do you look taller to me lately?
Alexi, last night I decided that the task before us was one step beyond impossible. I knew that I would fail and that I had to leave Ployetchikov like all those who have failed before me. But today, looking into your eyes, I know there's no life left for me without you. Therefore, we cannot think of failure. We cannot afford to despair. Only a miracle can save us, but with a majestic, supreme effort, we must try to make that miracle happen.
What is a miracle?
A miracle is a wish that God makes. You are a miracle.
You mean God wished for me?
In one of its most sublime moments. Now, we must hurry. This is a primary book of mathematics. It's used to teach very small children very simple problems in arithmetic.
Do you think it's too advanced for me?
I don't think so, Lexi. We can't go back any farther than this book. Now, let us begin. 1 is the figure, the word, the symbol for a single item. 1 book, 1 finger, 1 Leona, 1 Alexi. Now I'm holding up 1 finger. Now I'm holding up a second finger. 1 plus 1 is 2. Can you repeat that for me?
Which part?
1 plus 1 is 2.
Is 2.
Yes, wonderful. We're making headway. Slow, visible headway. I'm very proud of you. Now are you ready to go on?
Yes. History, please. I hope I can master as well as I've mastered mathematics.
Oh, well, I don't think we've quite mastered mathematics yet. There are problems that could come up. Let's continue. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Am I finished with 1 plus 1?
You are if you remember the answer.
Well, I remembered before.
Well, it's necessary to remember it again. It's necessary to remember it for always.
You mean you will always be asking me what 1 plus 1 is?
No, but once you tell me the answer to 1 plus 1, then we can move on to other things like 1 plus 2 and 1 plus 3 and so on. But if you can't remember the answer to 1 plus 1, then the answer to 1 plus 2 is meaningless.
Do you know the answer to 1 plus 1?
Certainly.
Then why is it necessary for me to know? Certainly, if you have such esteem and affection for me, you'll tell me the answer whenever I ask you.
But I won't always be around to tell you. You have to know in case other people ask you.
No one here ever asks questions like that. Even if I did tell them, they wouldn't know if it was the right answer.
Because they are cursed with ignorance, and we are trying to live with that debilitating affliction.
You're getting angry with me. What's the point of being educated if you get angry with me? Is this what it's like to be intelligent?
No, Alexi, I'm sorry. It is who I am, not being intelligent. It's frustration and impatience that drives me to such crude behavior. Forgive me. We'll start from the beginning again. 1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
No, don't repeat the word repeat. Just repeat the part before I say repeat. Now watch me carefully. 1 plus 1 is 2. Repeat.
What were you like as a little girl?
What was I like as a little girl?
You're shouting again.
I was inquisitive, probing, wondering why we were put on this earth and what the purpose of man's existence
The
was.
purpose of man's existence.
I've had enough of that. You have to stop asking me these questions.
Then how am I to learn?
You have to answer what I ask you, not what you want me to answer.
Then I will only learn what you want me to know. Why can't I learn what I wish to learn?
Because what you want to learn is of no practical value. What I want to teach is acceptable knowledge.
Is knowing what you were like as a little girl not acceptable knowledge?
Of course not. It's of no significance at all.
But it's much more interesting than that which is significant.
But I'm not trying to interest you. I'm trying to educate you.
But while you fail to educate me, you never fail to interest me. That I find very significant.
There's nothing like the logic of an illogical mind. Let's try one more time.
can grab it like a bunny by now.
All right, how much longer is this going to take? I haven't sold a sausage all morning.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Zabritsky.
What's going on in there?
I think she's teaching him gymnastics. Dr. Zabritsky, I have an urgent letter marked for school teacher Kolchinsky.
Quiet, please. This is a school zone.
What letter? Marked urgent, so I went with the 3 wrong houses first.
Can't you see? She's busy. Bring her back some other time.
I don't like the way it's going. I just don't like the way it's going.
Everyone, let's pray. Let us pray to the Lord to deliver us from bondage, that this young lady can deliver us from bondage. Let's pray for his blessing. Very religious on this side, semi-religious on this side. Oh, wait, quiet everyone. I think the school teacher wants to say something. Oh, Lord, please, be this the answer to our prayers.
Amen.
Ah, women.
Well, is my son, empty or full?
He is the same as always. I must ask this of you now, while I still have the intelligence to do so, for in a few moments I may not be able to. Because of my deep and unbounded devotion for your son Alexei, I would like to ask for his hand in marriage. I ask this of you now while I still love him, for in a few moments I may not know the meaning of the word. I hope by the time the clock in the church steeple strikes 9, you will have an answer for me.
Well, she's a very nice young lady, I'll give her that. Ambitious. What do you think, Lenya?
If the woman can't break a simple curse, how is she going to put bread on the table? What about Tremble?
Who?
Tremble, tremble.
You know, the one on the hill that throws the water.
Michigan's right. It's her curse. She would never permit such a marriage.
Wait, there is one chance. If a stranger were to marry Kalinska right before she becomes one of us, then she's to take him away from here.
I didn't know that.
It was added to the curse 2 years ago to make it more interesting.
I've never seen your son again, but you know that he's happy and getting smarter every day.
Oh, give it, doctor. Give her your permission.
If you don't give it to her, give it to me.
I don't know. I can't make a decision. This isn't a decision. Let's leave it to God. Let God decide.
Leona, what are you doing?
Having my last thoughts. One final pleasurable moment of reason.
Oh, then I was right. A wish is something you hope for that doesn't come true.
I'm sorry, Alexei. I cannot help you soar over mountains and lakes, but I will not leave you. I will remain here for the rest of my days, not basking in the light of your beauty, but cowering in the darkness of my ignorance, for that is the measure of my seeing affection for you.
Oh, Leona, I would do anything to save you from this calamity. Anything. Run far away. There are ignorant boys in other villages you could learn to love.
And listen to me carefully and remember it forever. I love you with all my heart.
Listen, the church bells.
I may never say these words again.
The time is up.
Savor it, Alexei. Keep the memory of what I say.
His last chance to marry. I know the feeling.
Would I be loving you into your eyes as I do now?
Oh, give it, husband! Give him your permission to marry quickly!
All the love I have given you in a lifetime compressed into a final instant.
I'll do it. I'll go in there and get my permission right now.
Goodbye, Alexei. I may not love you long, but I love you well.
I'll just wait to see what time it is first.
Tell everyone in Klienchikov that I...
9 o'clock and all's well!
Wonderful news, Teacher Tolchinsky.
Mama, Papa, everyone, listen up. The school teacher has something to say. Leona, didn't you wish to say something?
Yes, but you said that we should all listen.
Oh,
Oh, she's got a look on her face I've seen before.
It's the same look that you've got on your face.
No, I meant we would all listen. Well, you told us what you had to say.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I don't have much to say.
There's no fool like a new fool.
Young lady, do you still want to marry my son?
Marry your son? Oh, no, sir, you do me too great an honor.
I knew she'd never make it when she bought the white fish from me.
Come on, keep it moving. You've all seen the name move before. Come on.
If you ever want this urgent letter, let me know. Not that anything you do left is that urgent. Alexi, we're here through here. Could you plant some vegetables in the garden? We'll have salad tonight for dinner.
Well, young lady, what are your plans now that everything's falling apart at the top?
I'm not sure. This absence of thought is going to take some getting used to.
Well, you might try politics. You seem very well suited for it.
This is an old suit. If I were going to go into politics, I would need all new clothes.
Now, this is just one doctor's opinion, but when you catch a curse, you really catch a curse. Oh, Alexi, don't stay up too late. I want you to go up on the roof and take the canary for a walk.
Oh, Alexi, I'm sorry. We're in the middle of a lesson with the clock beginning to chime. What were we saying?
You were saying that you love me and that I should savor it because soon you may not ever love me again. Leona, do you still love me as you once did?
Love you. I'm not sure I know what the word means. Perhaps if you high-five me, would you like to?
With all my heart.
No.
I know what you meant. Oh, I'm so flustered. Oh, Leona, the less you know, the better you high-five.
And the better I high-five, the more brilliant I become. Look at me, Alexi. Look at me and tell me what you see.
I see.
You see a woman of intellect, inspired by love. I'm not cursed. I was only pretending to be stupid.
You pretended to be stupid?
Yes.
That didn't sound very intelligent to me.
You will soon. I promise. When I was standing there, I struck upon a plan that will break this curse and save you from Yuskevich.
Well, what is it?
You must marry Yuskevich.
Oh, are you still pretending to be stupid?
No, Alexi, I don't need Countess Vanya.
Then who?
You will marry me. I will be Yuskevich. Do you understand?
No.
When I was scared of the curse, I was sitting there, and when the clock began to chime, I was freaking out. I thought that I was going to be cursed. And then I realized that you can't be cursed unless you permit yourself to be. Klyuchikov's lack of intelligence is caused by fear and guilt and the relinquishing of your own self-worth to a tyrannical power. Do you understand?
Everything. But the explanation.
Well, if a parent tells you you are a naughty child from the day you are born, you will grow up to believe that you are a worthless human being. From the day that you were born, you were told you were all stupid. Now do you understand?
Not as well as before.
I know that telling it doesn't change it. You must be shown. The wedding will take place tomorrow.
All right, I'm so excited.
Tomorrow you will love me, all right? I need to go set the plan into action.
Then tonight, I'll clear all the nonsense out of my head and prepare for all the knowledge that'll be coming in tomorrow. Until tomorrow.
The plan begins. I must find Countess Yuskevich.
Was she just talking about me? Oh, you like her better than me, don't you? Oh, admit it. Give up all my wealth and powers if I could be the heroine. I wouldn't have to wear this dumb outfit. People applaud when I walk off. You're not even listening to me, are you? All you care about is getting those two kids together. I hope it's raining when you leave here.
Good day, Countess Yuskevich. Do you remember me? Something Kolchinsky?
Listen to this conversation. What is it? Something?
I have help over here, what you just said. I want you to know that even though I've lost most of my intelligence,
All of it.
that I'm not without some feelings. It pains me to know that being disliked makes you so unhappy.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You don't like me either, do you?
I don't dislike you.
But do you like me?
No, not much. Well, that's because you never do anything redeeming. Why not?
I was raised that way, I guess. My father taught me since I was a little girl that to keep your power over these people, you must never be nice to them. Always make them
in fear and trembled.
Did you like your father?
He was all right, I guess.
You didn't like him, did you?
Don't tell anyone. When I was 9 months old, I tried to crawl away from home.
Well, then there's your answer. The key to being liked is to do something redeeming. Isn't there something nice you could do for the village?
You mean like a barbecue?
Well, it's a start, but I was thinking something on a much grander scale, like lifting the curse.
How can I? The curse won't be lifted unless Alexei marries me.
Or another Yushkovich,
There are none. I'm the last of the line.
unless you had a daughter.
But I'm not even married. I may be a villain, but I don't fool around.
Maybe that's why I'm so unhappy.
You don't have to be married. You could adopt a daughter.
Adopt a daughter? Who?
Me.
You?
I'm single, available, ready and willing. I'm not very intelligent, but I will be once the curse is lifted.
I've always wanted a daughter.
I never really had a mother.
My girl, Leona, I could spoil you like anything.
That's okay, Mom.
And then, people would like me, wouldn't they?
They do now. Look at their faces. They're smiling at you, even up there.
Oh yes, I see. Thank you. God bless you.
You really don't know what this means to me.
Should we go sign the adoption papers and alert Alexi's family?
Just let me look at them smiling at me again.
Thank you. Thank all of you. Maybe we could have lunch together next week. But until then, you're all invited to my daughter's wedding. The first thing we're going to do is have her shoes bronzed.
Doesn't Mr. Zabriskie look beautiful? Isn't it bad luck for the mother of the bride to see the postwoman before the wedding?
After 200 years, the curse will finally be gone.
I just had a terrible thought.
What's that?
Suppose they lift the curse, and then I find out that I was already stupid to begin with.
Quiet, everyone, quiet! They're coming, they're coming! I have the sponge cake in the oven!
Remember, if I still appear stupid, I'm only pretending. It's all part of the plan.
You must be so proud of her.
She's been my daughter for 10 minutes, but she's never given me a moment of trouble.
There, but for me goes him. I just hope he remembers to give me his change of address.
We are gathered here today, dear friends, to witness the joining of these two souls in holy matrimony. It is only thanks to the goodwill and generous benevolence of our dear friend, the Countess, that makes this blessed union possible.
Thank you, Countess.
Thank you. Now will the bride step forward?
That's you, Hankin?
And will the groom step before me?
No, let's see the groom, the groom!
What's the matter with you?
Leona, your plan was
Brilliant. Thank you. And who giveth away this groom?
I giveth away this groom
Why do you giveth away this groom?
because she asketh me for him, and I nodded my head, and she taketh him.
Do you, Leona, take daughter of Countess Vanya Mikhailovich Fresnovsky Fyodor Yusevich?
You don't have to do it today. Today's a holiday.
Oh, thank you.
Do you, Leona, take Alexei to having a whore from this day forward. I have. No, I do. You do? No, you do.
She will. She does. Say it.
She will, she does. I said it.
No, don't say what I say. Say what she says.
What did she say?
I do. Just say I do.
My mother says that I do.
Getting to hate this curse, I swear.
Do you, Alexis, take Leona in sickness and in health, and for better and for worse, for as long as you felt?
I do.
With a brain like that, he could have gotten anyone.
The ring, please.
Oh, I have it. The ring that Casimir was going to place on the hand of young Alexei 200 years ago.
What an onion.
Now place the ring on his finger.
She's not going to be very handy around the house.
Now repeat after me, please. With this ring I be wed.
With this ring I be wed.
Just the bride and the groom. Thank you. Now repeat after me, please. With this ring I be wed.
With this ring I be wed.
Now, before I pronounce this holy union, is there any among you who has just cause or reason as to why Leona and Alexei should not be joined in eternal wedlock? Then with the power invested in me as the chief magistrate of the village of Politchikov, I now pronounce
Well, maybe there's one tiny thing.
you have an objection to this marriage?
Oh, you bet I do. This girl is not my daughter. This daughter is not my girl.
What are you saying, Mother?
You think I'm crazy? Why would I give up a cute little bundle of noodle brains like him?
But the adoption papers,
They're false. You trusted me so much, you didn't even read them. This does not say I adopted you. It says I divorced you. These papers say that we are not mother and daughter. We are no longer husband and wife.
Dear God, my son almost married a divorced woman.
Fear not, dear friends. I may be a venomously treacherous snake, but I'm not a wet blanket. There will be a wedding.
My son will not marry an imposter.
An impostor? No. But a Yuskevich? Yes. You pledged your son's hand in marriage to a Yuskevich, good doctor. And a pledge once given must be honored.
that is the law. I helped write it myself.
It's true I even voted for it.
And since I am the only true Yuskevich here,
Leona, won't you object to this marriage?
What can I do, Alexei? I'm helpless. Come on, we have until then.
say the words. Let's get this over. There's been a hotel room booked for this honeymoon for 200 years.
I'm sorry, son. Truly sorry.
At least we'll get better dinners at her place.
Dearly beloved,
You said that part. We heard that. I do. Ask him. He's the one.
you, Alexei, take Countess Vanya for the rest of your life.
Say yes, darling. You'll be rich and smart. It's better than happiness.
Goodbye, Leona. Goodbye forever. I do.
And with the power invested in me as the chief magistrate of the village of Politchikov.
Wait. You didn't say the other part.
What other part? The part about if anybody objects, and I object.
What's that?
On what grounds? On the grounds that I haven't received my urgent letter yet.
What kind of grounds is that?
Oh, I have an urgent letter for school teacher Lopinski. For me? Whatever could it be?
Finish the ceremony while she's reading the letter.
I can't do that. It's against the law.
It's true. I even voted for it.
It's bad news, I'm afraid. My uncle and sole remaining relative just died in St. Petersburg, leaving me nothing but all his debts.
When you're going downhill, it just gets faster at the bottom.
Before he died, he blamed all of his misfortunes on the selfish and vindictive character of his distant relatives, that not even changing his last name to Tolchinsky ever helped him escape destiny's finger.
What was his name before Tolchinsky?
Yuskevich.
Those distant relatives will want you every time.
Leona, do you realize what this means?
No. What?
She will in a few moments. Teacher, take the place next to my son. He's going to marry the right one.
It didn't say that at all. It was a bill from my former college saying I still owe them for last year's tuition.
Hurry, Leona, hurry!
I planted the bomb in their minds. I now pray to God for the explosion.
Hurry up, places, everyone. I don't want to spend the rest of my life marrying this boy. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Do you, Leona?
I do.
Do you, Alexa? Does anyone hear Jack? No one hears. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. That's it. And now that's man and wife.
I've never heard a noise like that in all my life.
It felt as though my head had cracked open.
Like, what?
Like my head had cracked open. I'm afraid to ask it.
Go ahead, ask it.
But what if we're wrong?
Well, what if we're right? Ask it.
Cat.
Cat. C-A-T. Cat.
Dog.
Dog. D-O-G. Dog.
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
Miracle. M-I-R-A-C-L-E. Miracle.
Get stuck! Get stuck! 7 and 5. 12 and 12. 24 and 48. 72. Name 5 world capitals.
Athens, Bucharest, Cairo, London, and... You can do it!
Constantinople!
Quality of mercy is strained, but it droppeth like the gentle rains of heaven.
That was beautiful. Did you make that up yourself?
Where else would it have come from?
Nikolai, I feel funny. Weak in the knees and dizziness in my head.
Oh, not to worry, my dear. Your blood is just pulsating from the excitement. Sometimes that can cause the adrenal gland to oversecrete and cause a sudden rush to the head.
I never knew that you were such a brilliant doctor.
Oh, I'm just an average doctor. I care about you because, well, I love you, my dear.
And I love you, Nikolai. Even when I couldn't say it, I knew in my heart that I loved you.
Leona, are you now as you were before I became what I am?
I am more than I ever have been or dreamed could be possible.
I love you, Leona.
I adore you, Lexi.
You mean it's over? The curse is just over?
See for yourself, Countess Vanya.
Land. I should have put my money in land. You can never go wrong with real estate. It depends, of course, on the political situation. For the Tsar's government, land reform is a delicate issue.
Such brilliant conversation. My power over them is just gone.
Power is a useless weapon against the minds of the enlightened. We are all equal citizens here in Kulianchikov.
You mean men are all equal citizens. Women have been subjugated long before there were any curses.
Now, Vanya, you know I love you, but that's a very radical point of view.
Leona, it was your strength and courage that won through against ignorance.
No, Lexi, it was your pure heart and trusting soul. It was love that broke the curse, not my puny efforts.
I don't wish to argue the point, Leona. I just think you should provide me space to express my own views.
I welcome your views, but I think you should have all the information before you become so adamant.
Well, you got your wish, school teacher.
Yes, what will you do now that the curse is over?
Thanks to you, I'll probably have to work for a living. Well, anyway, cousin, I wish you a long and happy marriage or whatever.
And may I wish the same good fortune to you.
Please. I've been cursed once in my life. I know when I'm alone.
When you think about it, it's not such a bizarre story after all. Be honest, haven't you all met someone in your life that came from a place like Kulianchikov? An aunt, an uncle, a neighbor, your boss. Of course, once the curse was lifted, we became like any other town or village in any other part of the world, susceptible to all the ups and downs of normal life. Well, the magistrate, for example. After 2 more years in office, greed got the better part of her, and she was arrested for taking bribes for political favors. She served 2 years in jail and eventually sold her memoirs for a fortune. Michigan gave gave up the postal service and became a writer. She wrote a 600-page story about the curse of Cleanchikov and sent it off to a publisher. Unfortunately, it got lost in the mail. Yevchna, a shrewd businesswoman, put all her money in real estate. She now owns 17 houses in Cleanchikov, including Countess Vanya's. As a future investment, she bought land in 6 other towns with curses on them. Slovich, with all of his life savings, opened 4 more butcher shops in a town that really needed only one and went bankrupt in a month, confirming his greatest fear that with or without a curse, he didn't have much brains. Snetsky, with her newfound intelligence, found her sheep, gathered her wool, and became a wealthy philanthropist. Countess Yuskevich became more and more lovable every day, studied theology, and is now the local nun. During the drought seasons, she goes up on the hill and prays God to throw water down on us. My dear mother-in-law, Mrs. Zubritsky, finally found a voice of her own. She became the first woman mayor of Cleanchikov and eventually consul governor of the northern Ukraine sector. Her husband sees her by appointment only. Dr. Zubritsky, he became one of the finest doctors in all of Russia. He became the personal physician to the royal family and was recently elected to the Academy of Sciences. However, he still has trouble opening jars. Alexei was and still is a miracle. Not that we don't have our differences, not that all of our days are blissfully happy, but he has a wisdom that can never be found in books. He has in turn become my teacher, and I came to realize that not a single spirit on this earth, evil or otherwise, can destroy a pure heart of devoted love. As for myself, I remained a school teacher and dedicated my life to educating the unenlightened. After all, there are so many Cleanchikovs in this world.
We wanted to do something for our amazing director, Mrs. Raleigh.